All right, we're making a video now. Ooh wee! We got that video going. Okay, man. That's when you know you're getting older. When you actually have to use your glasses to look at all this to look at all this stuff. Hey, make America great again. Or I'm making comedy great again. I went on Thursday. I went to the Funny Bone and I started probably before the worst crowd you could ever have, which I think everybody over there was performing. And once you got everybody performing, you have how do you say you got when you got a crowd that everybody's performing, nobody wants to laugh because they don't want to motivate the other person. You got to be incredibly funny to get even the slightest laugh there. You know, and I got a couple of real good chuckles. So today it's been 2 weeks since I went to Brandon Hospital. 2 weeks, and yesterday I was at the VA. Now, if I go to another ER, like let's say if I have to go to St. Joe's or what is the other one, Advent, then I'm gonna give them my both ankles. So I'm gonna have one one on each limb. And this here look, this is my congratulations for 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks with this bad boy. I know it's late. What can I do? All right, there's always somebody on the internet who's on a different time schedule than me. It's ain't nothing new. You got people all around the world on Facebook, man. There was once a time I could ask for prayer. I could ask for prayer from any time, and there was always somebody on Facebook that was willing to pray for me. Think of that. I used to go on Facebook. I would ask, "Can somebody pray for me?" Or I would see the list of people who are online. Like the chats. I could see the whole mess. Now it's kind of different. I don't know why. It's the chat has changed. Before they used to have like a separate chat thing that you used to download and this and that. I don't know what happened to it. I was just getting used to that system, and now it's just straight from the browser. So I don't know. But anyway, I got coffee, got got chocolate sprinkled donuts. Look at how colorful! Oh, it's like Pride Month. Come here, you sexy beast, you with the hole. I see you. Mm, 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 mm. There used to be a dog like that. There used to be a cartoon. Maybe if you remember, like the guy would give the dog a treat, and then the dog would go like, and he would like float up in the air. It wasn't. It looked like Dastardly, but it wasn't Dastardly. The dog. This is great, man. It was my every now and then. You know what I mean? You gotta break the rules. You know, not in Christianity, okay, but with health things, you gotta take a break every now and then. You can't be always. I mean, I have so many things that are happening right now, health wise. It's crazy. I'm learning this new technology, like using Cash App, using Chime, using Zelle. We're going to a very cashless society. I mean, we are there. We're just one step away from getting the chip in our hand or in our forehead. It's one step. I'm sure if Biden would have won, I think it would have advanced the time clock. They have that doomsday clock that goes like between us and World War III. They should have a rapture clock or Jesus coming back clock. Because as far as I'm concerned, the only thing that's missing is the full number of Gentiles to be converted. Because the Bible does say that when the number is complete, that's it. you know. So, hmm. I didn't have no apple spice donuts, and I told the guy over there, I said, "How could you not have any apple spice donuts?" So I asked him for my backup. I said, "You got Boston cream?" No, we ain't got no cream filled donuts. I said, "What?" I told him, "Bro, man, I'm gonna lose my baby right here in the backseat of this Uber." I could just see the headlines. VIP3 loses twins in the backseat of Uber. Details at 6. Of course, you got to be careful when you talk like that. You know, I started when they were X-raying me over there at the VA hospital. I told the guy, I said, "Hey, you know, you can't give me these. You can't give me this. You can't give me this X-ray because I might be pregnant. You know." I said no, and then I told him. Then I told him, in actuality, I'm entering my third trimester. And the guy looked at me. He said, "Are you serious?" And I said, "No, man, I'm just kidding around. You don't have to call up. You don't gotta get a psych consult. You know." Mm. But these are so good though. VIP3 eating that donut. The comedy was great. I should have done Pipi Caca song. That would have been good for that crowd. I think they were into that because they were into all the racial jokes. See, I really don't have too many racial jokes, you know. But they were going off on the racial joke. I just don't have any racial jokes, not really, you know. The only thing I could possibly say is that English is the language of the gods, you know, and Spanish is the language. Well, I shouldn't even say that because I'm Spanish. I got Puerto Rican blood inside of me, blood that came from Spain, came from the Taino Indians who were on the island already, and the Negroes that they brought from Africa. Mm. If I get to the pearly gates and they don't have Dunkin' Donuts, I'm gonna tell Peter, can I just go and get some? I'll be right back. I'm sure they got better stuff than that. I'm sure they got better stuff than this, man. And probably now fattening too. You don't have to worry about gluten. You don't have to worry about nothing over there.
Someone is at Steven's ring doorbell.
Well. My next comedy, I'm thinking of going to the Gimmick on Monday, and then going back to the Improv. I think it's on Thursday. So I have to also check out was it Side Splitters? I used to like that one. That's a little bit north of here, but that's still good. You know, it's a good little trip for somebody on an Uber ride. I'm also learning how to turn on and off these cards that I have. You know, I have too much plastic right now between the credit cards and these secured credit cards, regular credit cards. 5 second rule. So I asked Jason over there at the Dunkin' Donuts, why is that coffee so hot, man? It's incredible how hot they give that coffee. I've drank Spanish coffee all my life. Never that hot. I mean, all right, it'd be a little bit hot, but not like that, man. I live in Brandon, Florida. I think you could take that coffee. You could drive to Orlando. It'd be okay. I think the best coffee I ever liked was when they used to do it with the sock. We should get that big. We should get that big sock, man, and get some cafe butelo or what was the other one? A pico. I don't know. I don't even know if they got that anymore. Yaucono café, Yaucono, acabadito de cola. En Puerto Rico tomamos café. Little sprinkling getting away. Well, we did two donuts. Bring me the coffee. And it's still hot. It's just crazy, man. There's people that just give you that coffee so hot. It's crazy. I don't choose their sugar though. I have I have a thing called stevia or whatever. It's like plant based. It's pretty good. You got to put a little bit more than usual. It's not as sweet as regular sugar, but at least it doesn't. It's not. It's It's not. It's not harmful like white sugar. Says the man who just had two donuts. But it's once every 2 weeks, man. Come on, you gotta give a guy a break, man. I've been suffering here. Every time they make coffee over here, I'd be like, what the? I cut up, I get out of there, I smell that coffee. Man, that's good. But today there was no church, so I said, well, if there's no church, I'm gonna be a bad boy. Started changing destinations on the Uber app because I already called the car. I said he's coming over. If I cancel, it's gonna be $5 or whatever. So I said if I'm gonna pay $5, I may as well pay whatever 20 something. I mean, now that he's coming over here, I may as well spend 20 something and make it a real good real good start to the Friday. I was thinking of going to see that Red Hulk movie, but I just heard that it wasn't all that good because they kind of like Hulk is supposed to be like the strongest guy, you know, and yet even though he's the strongest guy, I mean Thanos punked him. Thor had like a draw or maybe even lost his Thor in that Ragnarok or whatever. So they've dumped him down, man. It's not like it used to be. Not the same Hulk. Not the same. Sort of like when they have like you ever see these shows like these, especially these TV shows, and like one year they'll have one actor, next year they'll have another actor, but they leave the same name. Like that girl from Roseanne. They had the blonde girl that she was really funny, and then they brought another girl that left the same name. I never understood that. Why are you gonna do that? Why not just make it a new character? You decided to adopt somebody, or why you gotta keep it the same? That makes absolutely no sense to leave the same name. Like Bewitched when she got the new guy, Dick York was it or whatever? I forget his name. But the two guys kind of looked a little bit alike, and they had very similar names. It was kind of freaky. but they left him with the same name in the TV show. If that show would have been now, they would have said, "Oh well, maybe they could have made like sort of like these YouTube videos where they find cheaters." I see one. What's the name of the show, man? They test the guy or the girl to see if they would sleep around or whatever with somebody else. That's a setup, man. You know, I mean, that's entrapment, man, for guys. And yet, there are guys who pass the test. You know, I mean, that's total entrapment, man. Some of these women, they're fine, man. You know, I mean, that would be a good test for a woman, though. You know, have her. How do you say? Just before you get married to her, you know, you get like a you get like a real younger, handsomer guy who appears to be, more affluent. You know, got a little bit better car, a little bit better house. You know, and go rapping to her to see if she see if she bite. You know, that coupled with my two other tests before marriage, that might really be good, man. I mean, everybody I tell the marriage things that I'm thinking about, they're all like, "Wow, man." Their minds get blown by the things that go in my mind. You know, as far as testing somebody to see if they're marriage material or if they're throwaway material. So yesterday was a very interesting day. I woke up with a crazy, crazy problem in my eye. I felt like somebody threw sand in there. Actually, the day before, on Wednesday in the morning, I felt it, but it wasn't that bad. You know, it was a little bit irritating, but it wasn't really all that bad. You know, but I knew something was wrong because usually I don't feel it. I don't know if it's the because I sometimes I use that mask, to sleep so that this way the daytime light that enters into my room doesn't affect me. But I have to ask the doctor that. Maybe I mean when I'm asleep, there's no air going into my eye. You know, maybe that might contribute something. I don't know. You know, if I sleep during the daytime, which I do a lot, I got those strange sleep habits. I go to sleep 2 hours, stay up for 24, sleep for 2 hours, stay up for 24. That's me, you know, which is okay because I have a lot of things to do. I have a lot of things to study. I'm still trying to memorize the plate. Uh, Paul, chief of sinners, and for that I'm going to memorize every single thing written or said by Paul. It's going to be a long time before I finish that one. I got to read everything from Acts, the sixth chapter, because that's where they start talking more or less about Stephen. Goes all the way, and I'm even going to do Hebrews because some people think Paul was the writer of Hebrews. Some people think that it wasn't. I'm under the impression that maybe it was Apollos writing, or whatever his name is, Apollo. I forget his name, but he was writing it, and Paul was dictating it because Paul had the premier mind of that time. He was the one who was already a doctor. Well, have yourself a great day, and God bless everybody there. I hope. I just got caught by my son over here drinking coffee and and the exes. So they all caught me. I got the coffee here, the donut. I just couldn't resist. What can I say? I'm a bad boy today. And well, you gotta be bad every now and then, right? You gotta get off the diet every now and then. Cheeto, it's okay, man. This can't always be. You can't always be on the grind. You gotta. So, and another thing, I keep on forgetting my pin to my card. Today I had to call up my son just to get the pin number for my card. That's terrible, right? Steven. Steven. Right, I just asked you that. That is kind of weird that I keep on asking you for the pin to my card. That's kind of weird. I'm losing it, man. I got some timers, not all timers, But sometimes I'm okay, sometimes I'm not. You know. No, no, no. That's no video aquí, no. Pero se la voy a mandar a B. Yeah, B is my other son. He lives in Texas, San Antonio. Over there, we remember the Alamo, San Antonio. So that's why we sent all the Mexicans back. We were remembering the Alamo. We all take them back to the Alamo. They all salute the Alamo, and then when we take them straight on to Mexico, you know. And well, I'm gonna go. I'm running out of time here on my on my battery here. So God bless everybody. And this is VIP3, Victorious Victor Perez, Victor Ismael Perez. That's where my VIP comes from, my initials. Victor Ismael Perez. And 3 is because I'm the third one. My grandfather was Victor Ismael Perez. My father was Victor Ismael Perez. Now I'm Victor Ismael Perez. If I have another son, I'm gonna name him Victor Ishmael. Well, we already got one Victor Ishmael Perez, but I call him B. So anyway, God bless everybody. Have yourself a good night. Bye bye.